Yo, what's good? It's your boy, PraviMVP. What's good, MVP gang? We back with another loud pack, and we're talking about one of the most frustrating issues in NBA 2K25. Today, we're tackling the ball-hogging point guard problem. You know the type, the ones that think they running a solo show instead of leading a team. We're going to break down how this selfishness isn't just a gameplay annoyance, but a real strategy killer. If you ever felt your team's rhythm was off or you seen too many turnovers, this video is for you. Don't forget to finesse that like button, sub, and comment below your opinion so we can help the channel grow. Also, including new, raw, uncut gameplay on my perimeter punisher featuring a guard who was inspiration for today's video. This literally happened today, and I told him during the game, bro, I'm gonna make a whole video and you're gonna be the star because I'm sick of point guards like you. While he isn't the worst version, he definitely has a lot of the characteristics. He even intentionally trying to not allow me to score, calling a timeout on an open fast break, and openly admitted it on the mic. He didn't start playing to win until I told him that the gameplay was being recorded to keep him from throwing the game, as he was doing intentionally down the stretch of the game. Man, let's spark this all off. The point guard we all hate, the ball-hogging Sabotage PG. These are their common characteristics. Time mismanagement, a PG's worst offense. First off, let's talk about time management. It's baffling how some point guards don't understand the basics of shot clocks. You got 24 seconds, not eternity, to make a decision. Instead, these ball-hogging PGs hold on to the ball as if their controller is glued to the dribble button. The worst part, they ain't cooking up no plays or destroying the defense. They're dribbling in circles, dancing around defenders, and draining the clock like they're rehearsing for a one-man Harlem Globetrotter show. By the time they finally make a move, it's rush, contested shot that bricks harder than a failed dunk attempt at the slam dunk contest. Point guards are supposed to be the orchestrators of the offense, right? They're the conductors, and everyone else is the orchestra. But when they're this bad at time management, it's like you're, instead of listening to an orchestra where everybody's playing in tune, think JJ Fish greatest hits, but worse. Ignoring teammates, the tunnel vision epidemic. The refusal to use teammates effectively is a glaring issue in basketball, particularly with the point guards who suffer from this often tunnel vision. These players, while perhaps talented, they act as if they're the reincarnation of Michael Jordan, focusing solely on their own scoring ability. They overlook the critical aspects that even Jordan knew how to leverage his teammates for success. Instead of passing to an open shooter in a corner or setting up the big man for an easy alley-oop, these PGs opt to drive into multiple defenders, showcasing an extreme form of tunnel vision where they perceive the basketball court as a never-ending three-point line. They just run around acting ridiculous. This behavior isn't just selfish, it's strategically foolish. An open teammate in the corner could be the key to stretching the defense, providing more space for drives and cuts. Similarly, a big man positioned in the paint is often there to dominate physically. However, often these PGs, they literally ignore bigs. When I'm on my snag, my home big, look, I'm shooting over 75% from the field, and they barely give me the opportunity to showcase my ability to score. Because when I'm open underneath the basket, they act like you're not there. They don't want high percentage shots. These PGs sees their teammates as mere spectators, or worse, decorations on the court. Their lack of understanding or interest in basketball IQ is evident. They fail to read the game's flow, utilize floor spacing, or know when to pass the ball for a better shot. Poor passing. Where is the vision? Speaking of basketball IQ, we have to address their passing or lack thereof. Court vision is about more than just seeing the obvious. It's about anticipating movements and making smart decisions. But these PGs, nah, they want to throw risky cross court passes, get baited into turnovers, and straight up ignore the fundamentals of passing. It's like they're allergic to just the simple pick and rolls or hitting the open cutter or just a man who's standing wide open in the corner. That's so hard for y'all. And don't even get me started on over dribbling. If you ever play with a PG who spends 15 seconds spanning the same dribble moves for no reason, you know what I mean. They're not breaking no ankles. They're not breaking down the defense. All that dribbling does is let defenders reset, leaving teammates out of rhythm, out of position. This over dribbling isn't flashy. It's just destructive and counterproductive. The problem is further compound by their tunnel vision. Instead of scanning the court, they lock on to one option, often missing out on better opportunities. It's as if they're playing with their blinders on. If a game in a game where every second counts, this kind of play style doesn't just hinder the team's flow, it costs games over and over and over. I'm pretty sure many people are out here getting sold on a daily just because of this. More and more. There's a clear lack of chemistry with their teammates. You can see it when they hesitate or force passes that just aren't there. Effective passing requires trust and understanding between players, which these point guards seem to lack. It's not just about throwing the ball, it's about setting up your team for success. When these point PGs fail to read the game, they're not just failing themselves, but the entire team dynamic. Basketball IQ versus basketball ego. Then there's the basketball IQ, or in this case, basketball ego. These PGs think they're Kobe in his prime, jacking up contested shots like their life depends on it. They ignore the defensive mismatches on the court, skipping setting up plays, and act like they're auditioning for a solo mixtape. Real point guards read defenses, run plays, and ensure that the team is in sync. And they use their voice. They don't only get on the mic just to try to call somebody trash. If that's the only time you're gonna say something as a PG, just keep your mouth shut. You're not gonna mention when a dude make a good play. Do not mention when he make a bad one. That has to be respected within the game of basketball. It don't even make sense. How dare you talk down on somebody as soon as they make a mistake, but as they playing good, you ain't got nothing to say. It's corny. These guys, they're just freelancing, often to the team's detriment. This ego often leads to poor shot selection, choosing low percentage shots over easy assists. They see themselves as a star and they neglect the team's needs. This mindset also affects decision making in critical moments, rushing plays for personal glory rather than strategic wins. On defense, ego can mean chasing stats over team plays, disrupting the defensive structure. High IQ guards manage the game tempo and make team-oriented decisions, while ego-driven ones might force issues, disregarding the team's collective effort. Choosing ego over IQ turn potential wins into losses on top of losses, and it's going to frustrate everybody that's involved. It creates the toxic environments where people are arguing. Dude expected me to just sit in silence while he just was giving away the entire lead. If you look at this video that's going on in the background and actually pay attention, we were just smacking this team. You could see the morale of them dying, and then he literally started just doing dumb stuff back to back to back and evaporated the lead. I feel like as a PG, you are 100% responsible for maintaining a big lead once you get it. If you lose a big lead, it is 100% your fault. You're touching the ball, bringing it up. You can slow it down. You can tell people what to do. You're the point guard. Act like one. And that's why, bro, listen, my point guard is on the way. Defensive liability. Now let's flip to the other side of the court. Defense, or more accurately, the lack of it. These point guards are so focused on their next highlight that they're practically useless on defense. They'll get blown by on drives, fail to contest shots, and gamble on steals like it's Vegas. If you look at this point guard, he could steal the ball, but he gambled too much often putting himself out of position. It makes no sense. What's worse, they'll let the opposing AI or user guard drop 20 points on them without even breaking a sweat. Defense is half of the game, but players like these, they act like it's optional. As you will see in this video, this dude let the AI be the leading scorer on the other team just because he refused to play real defense. Their defensive lapses aren't just about personal performance. They disrupt the team defense, leaving teammates to compensate for their inattention or poor positioning. Instead of staying disciplined, they're often out of sync, missing rotations, or not providing help when it's needed. They act like they have no responsibility within defense. This creates easy scoring opportunities for opponents, turning potential stops into just more points for the other team. And this was like literally the main reason this video got made. Blowing leads. How to ruin a perfect game. Just picture this. Your team is up 20 points and the game should be in cruise controls. But the Ball-Hogging PG start taking ill-advised shots, ignoring open teammates, and going off script. Suddenly, that comfortable lead, and you're in a nail biter. You go from a comfortable lead, it just evaporates, and bam, now y'all fighting back to back with a bum squad that you shouldn't even be in. Like, y'all should not be in a back to back fight with a bum squad. But these players do not understand the game's flow and how to close it out. Managing a lead is about smart plays, not hero ball antics. When are they gonna get that into their puny ass peon brains? Like, it ain't about you just trying to go crazy or boost your stats. Once you get a lead, you have to still control the game and do not give up momentum. They fail to recognize when to slow the pace, run the clock, and make the defense work. Instead, they speed up, take risky shots, trying to go one-on-one, which plays right into the hands of the opposing team that's looking for a comeback. This lack of game management can turn a sure win into a last-second loss, frustrating everyone who invested in the game's outcome, bro. This happened to me numerous of times. We balling, we winning. It's an easy win. And then all of a sudden, you notice that the PG start playing stupid, and then it seeps into the rest of the team because now dudes start jacking shots because they don't feel like they're going to get the ball because the PG is the one who encourages ball movement. If you're not moving the ball, then as soon as they touch it, they feel like they got to shoot or they got to try to score because you're not involving them. And it doesn't make what they're doing right, but the PG kicks it off every single time. Like, you are the one who is supposed to be creating synergy on the court, not the one who's creating disconnect. And that's what most PGs in this community is doing. They get on these games, they fire them up, they just go in here and straight up just sabotage the team. Like, they should stay in my career. And that leads to my next point: jealousy and sabotage, ice out tactics. This one is personal. Jealousy. If these PGs see someone else on the team getting hot, they'll flat out stop passing to them. Imagine you 5 for 5 from beyond the arc and you're feeling it. Instead of feeding the hot hand, the PG decides, nah, I'm taking over. Pure sabotage, plain and simple. It kills team morale faster than anything else. Basketball is a team game. When the PG lets their ego get in the way, it's a pure disaster. This behavior not only disrupts the flow of the game, but also breeds resentment among teammates. Instead of playing to win, the focus shifts to individual stats or proving a point, which is counterproductive in a sport where everyone's success depends on a collective effort. Such actions undermine trust, cohesion, and critical elements for any team aiming for success. Like, I'll be like, man, dude, I literally be thinking to myself, do these dudes even care about winning? Like, it's sad that we in a society, we playing this game, and I often tell people I feel like the game is a microcosm of people, how they act in everyday action. Just how you think. Because like I always say, the player on that you're controlling with that controller will not do anything if you don't move it. So your mindset of being a jealous person, that's who these dudes be in real life. They just bring that same attitude, that same character that they are, and just apply it to the game. Turnover machines. Turnovers might as well be these PG's middle name. Whether it's forcing passes through traffic over dribbling into traps, are attempting ridiculous highlight plays. They're constantly giving the ball away. And in 2K25, turnovers are unforgivable. Every possession matters. When your PG is coughing the ball up every other trip down the court, it demoralizes the entire team. This habit not only stalls out the offense and the momentum, but it also energizes the opposition, providing them with that extra possession to exploit our defense. The constant turnovers lead to a cycle of frustration where the team struggles to find any rhythm, ultimately affecting the outcome of games that could have been won with better ball security. I don't know how many PGs losing games. It's a lot. And it's not even as hard as it was in the season one, as far as where turnovers was like, it was dang near inevitable just because how they had the lanes and how blitzes was and how as soon as you get the possession, a dude could just still turning over the ball at a high rate, even without all that. It's sad. People just really don't have IQ playing PG. They have to turn over the ball. It's like it's in their DNA to turn over the ball. Shot selection and efficiency. These PGs have a warped sense of shooting efficiency, believing that making a few contested shots mean they're really on fire. In reality, they're taking terrible shots, often breaking key possessions and leaving the team scrambling to try to get back on defense. Good PGs understand when to pass, when to drive, when to let others shoot. These guys just chucking and praying. Their shot selection often disregards I'm talking about basic basketball principles, favoring low percentage shots over high percentage plays, which is particularly harmful in clutch situations, bro. It's so many PGs that ruin clutch situations. Like, some of y'all just shouldn't even have the ball in your hand when the game is on the line, even if you're a PG and you know that you're not a clutch player, though. A lot of people can't accept that fact. Just because you're the PG does not mean you're the clutch player on the court. You know dang well through the flow of the game who the clutch player is, because he seems to always make the right plays at the right time. And a lot of PGs ignore that as well. This inefficiency not only disrupts the team's offensive flow, but it also reduces opportunities for more efficient teammates like myself. Moreover, after missing threes, a bunch of poor shots, and the transition defense struggles, potentially giving opponents easy scoring chances, confidence should not be mistaken for recklessness. True shooting efficiency stems from smart, team-focused decisions, not just individual highlight attempts. And that's what a lot of PGs out here doing. I feel like the social media, YouTube, TikTok, all this stuff is ruining 2K because you got dudes chasing highlights over wins. I mean, you literally have to get on the mic and ask dudes, bro, do you even care to win? Bro, it's just a game. I don't care. You taking it too serious. It's crazy that grown men get on the game and then say they don't care about winning. And if y'all don't believe, bro, I know it had to happen to y'all. It's happening to me. I'm hearing people say it. There's no way I'm the only person hearing other grown men say they don't care about winning. And I tell my girl, bro, I hope none of these dudes are breeding, because y'all breeding straight up losers. Point blank, period. That is a loser mentality. If you're a real winner, you don't cut off a winning mentality. That just applies to life forever. You want to win at everything you do. I don't give a care what it is. I want to win at every single thing that I do. Final thoughts. Team basketball is the key. At the end of the day, basketball, whether real life or NBA 2K25, is a fundamentally team sport. A good point guard is the heart of the team, acting as a facilitator, a leader, and a decision maker. They understand the ebb and the flow of the game, making smart passes, elevating their teammates' performances. Bad PGs, however, turn what should be a sympathy just into a mess by focusing on personal glory over collective success. If you're a PG who sees yourself in this critique, it's time to adapt. Learn the fundamentals, trust your teammates, and remember, it ain't all about you. Bad point guards ruin the experience for every single user that's involved in various modes like park, rec, proving grounds, or even pro-am. Being a selfish PG is a surefire way to lose games and alienate teammates. The negative impact is profound. In a part, this mode is all about quick, effective plays. A selfish PG leads to constant losses, fewer opportunities to rank up and earn rewards, turning what should be a fun social experience into a toxic environment full of arguments. Wreck. Designed to promote team play, a bad PG can throw off the balance, making games less enjoyable and more about personal stats than team wins. It transforms a potentially cooperative environment into one of frustration and even more intense toxic behavior than part because it's a longer game. So you got people arguing in your ears. There's so many times I have to mute my entire team because everybody arguing. Rec at this point has become unplayable for myself. It's that bad. I don't even play Rec no more. You can look at I played one game of Rec, one game of Rec this entire season. That's how bad it is. Because just the end of second season, I seen how it was going. Because 2K did something with the shooting in the middle of season 2. It was good at one point in season 2, and then they did something with it, and it killed the Rec. It completely killed it to a point that it's not playable for a person like myself. Proving grounds. Strategy and teamwork are paramount here, but a PG ignoring these elements will tank the team, leading to a poor record, missed opportunities for advancement, and a lack of team satisfaction. Too many guards who are not competitive come in here, ruin the intention of the game mode. They should stay in the rec or my career. Pro-Am. Even in a mode where your team's achievements are tracked and your success largely depends on team performance, pad PGs rack just think about personal stats, but they struggle to win anything significant like any of the little championships or mid days that they run or secure playing on top teams, missing the broader picture of team success. The selfish approach leads to poor team morale. When teammates feel undervalued or ignored, it breeds that resentment, affecting team chemistry and on-court performance. It's what make dudes just lead a man wide open, stop coming down on defense, stand out of bounds. Y'all point guards are causing that type of shit. I be trying to warn them to, pass the ball around before you make the team turn on you. Strategic breakdowns. With a PG who can read and dictate the game, offensive defensive strategies will crumble without one who cannot do it. Everything it will crumble, and it's going to give opponents just straight up free wins. Loss of games. Ultimately, the scoreboard doesn't lie. Teams with selfish guards often struggle to close out games or maintain leads, turning a bunch of victories into losses. To turn the tide, PGs need to master the fundamentals, dribble with purpose, passing IQ, and understand defensive schemes are not just skills, but necessities for effective play. Cultivate trust, pass to the hot hand, set up plays, involve everyone in the offense to maintain a cohesive team dynamic, and use your voices on the mic. Stop thinking that people know what you're trying to do as a point guard and you playing with randoms. And always know, my videos are speaking from the solo perspective. Embrace humility. Recognize that sometimes the best play isn't the one that highlights you, but it's the one that benefits the team. That will lead to more wins. Play smart. Know when to take charge and when to let the game come to you through team play. This involves reading the game, adapting to what's working, and making decisions that might not always put you in the spotlight, but I'm telling you, it's going to win games. So stop sabotaging your squad and start playing the game the way that it's meant to be played, with teamwork, strategy, and a lot of humility. Remember, in basketball, the collective achievement often outshines the individual accolades, leading to more rewarding experiences for everybody involved. All right, MVP gang, we just dissected the Ball-Hogging PG problem in NBA 2K25. Remember, it's all about team ball, not about solo shows. If you got stories or thoughts about those selfish PGs, drop them in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to finesse that like button. If you felt this breakdown was on point, subscribe if you want more real talk on NBA 2K Live gameplay. Until next time, keep playing smart, your passion sharp, and your ego in check. Let's keep building this community stronger, one good play at a time. It's your boy, PraviMVP. I'm out. Peace. Blessings to the Most High.
Hey